So what is up, guys, and welcome to a good old update for Drytron. Drytron, it's honestly been one of the most interesting decks in the last couple of years because it's at the point where it can always take tops, but it's not just consistent enough to consistently be up tops. But this format, I think it's very highly probable you'll probably see someone, say Drytron, say decks, say make some top 62s, top 32s, stuff like that, just poking its head up and back into the meta because honestly, it's a favorable meta for it right now. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. First off, with the Drytron core itself, we have, of course, two of the Drytron new. Oh, not two, but three. Bumped it up from 2 to 3 because honestly the card is just cracked, especially in this format. So, of course, we do have the standard 3 Alpha and 3 Zeta. Like, these are your main 3 staples constantly. We also do run 1 of the Delta, 1 Beta, and then 1 Gamma, and of course 1 of the Ultrason Alpha, the big boy free extension. This helps with so much plays and extends into so much plays. So those are like our baby Drytrons. Honestly, the package is pretty much the same, I say for a long time now. We also do run the 2 big rituals, the OG Monotonous, and of course the new Dad. This guy's nuts. These are the 2 best ones. The other one's kind of meh, but these are definitely your main 2 ones, especially Dad. Dad is honestly nuts. Of course, we have the 3 Drytron Nova. Consistency is key. I do opt out still for 2 of the ritual spell. You honestly can cut down it to 1, but honestly, in my preference, in my play styles, I like to always just have 2 because I'm paranoid like that. So, and of course, we do have 2 of the Fenrir to round out like our main Drytron package. Next, into our supporting stuff, our supporting Fairy Engine, 1 Herald. You only really need 1 now. We're not really leaning too heavily on the Fairy stuff because it's a hand trap format. We really wanted to get hand traps in this deck that can stop plays completely. So 1 Diviner, 1 Ben 10. You don't really need Ben 10 as much as you used to. Ben 10 is just you just want to use its effect, just to do the standard stuff with it, and that's it. And of course, you do have the 1 Vanity's Ruler, which this card is just, it just kind of wins games by itself because if Vanity Rulers hits, it's pretty much over. Also, more consistency, we have 3 of the Cyber Emergency. Fetches you any Drytron you need. We for the hand traps, the only main hand trap we run is Droll and Lockbird in the main. Droll and Lockbird, sometimes it's just a turn ender from people. The other one I would say is Furloughs, but honestly, Droll and Lockbird is just an insane hand trap just to have in the main. We also do run 3 Droplet for Board Breaker, being able to set up dump graveyard setup and all that stuff, and maybe be able to break boards is insane as well. Next, we do have the 3 triple Tactics Thrust to search out basically anything you need, especially if it's a hand trap format. This format, of course, we have the 1 Thrust, the 1 Called By because these are like your anti-hand trap stuff. The 1 Foolish Burial that becomes basically anything you need, and then of course our main triple Tactics Thrust search target is 1 Harpy's Featherstorm card. It's just another instant shutdown for most decks this format, so instantly go into that. For the extra deck, links real quick, 1 Anima. If your opponent's not being smart, Anima can just hurry up and take a monster real quick and punish them. So Anima's nuts. We also do have the 1 Dynamundo. You mostly go into this off in your IP, so and this goes off in your opponent's turn. That's pretty cracked. 1 Nightmare Phoenix to pop certain back row, Blue Eye especially, because they're a trap card. True Light, if you pop True Light with this, it's pretty GG's for them, so being able to go on this during their turn is pretty annoying. Of course, we have the IP and SP. This is like your standard combo. The best 2 Link monsters in the format, like they're cracked. And of course, we have the 1 Access to Code Talker to push for game. That's it for our Link monsters. Pretty standards, covers all our bases. We want to get as much coverage as possible. Our Diviner targets, 1 Nestus and then 1 Herald of the Arclight. Honestly, you could probably cut Nestus because most likely you're just going to be sending Arclight more than anything because Nestus is just... it feels wrong to play without, but honestly, you really don't need it no more. Well, Herald Arclight is just insane as well. Next, the 1 FA Dog Dragster to go off your Diviner. If you have that play open, go right into this. It's our Spell and Trap card negate. Next, of course, we do have the 1 Ensemble Nightingale. I decided on this instead of over the Little Bird, because honestly, being able to just hit for game, having a wind out for Harpy's Featherstorm is pretty annoying to deal with, so obviously you can switch between or 1 Downer Magician to go into the your Typhon or your good old Zeus package. Downer into Zeus, and then Typhon is just for those games where we really can't get nothing going. And Zeus, of course, is just Zeus. Because of course we have 2 of the Move Beta Fafnir being able to send basically a foolish barrel at any Drytron is insane. So, and it's always a 2 of no matter what. But yeah, that's it for Drytron. It's always been in that weird scenario where it's always good, but just never can quite push all the way up to the top wars, which hopefully this format changes, because Drytron has always just been a cool and interesting deck, and honestly, it's an awesome deck. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys did, so leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, stay safe and stay healthy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.